people. Welcome to the channel. Happy hump day. I am Mrs. Best. We are here to go over our weekly recap of 90 Day The Last Resort. This is season 3, episode 13. It was titled One Last Fantasy. Welcome in, everybody. As always, I want to give a shout out to AB, as well as any of our other moderators who are going to help moderate the comments and the live chat when we're no longer live or while we're live. Now, shout out to you. Happy to see y'all here. I do appreciate everything that you guys do to support the channel, such as getting these comments, welcoming people in. I am a day late. I had a lot of homework, a lot of stuff to do, but as always, I'm always going to show up even if I'm just a little bit late. Oh, it's been a week thus far. I've gained 3 pounds, just a lot of things going on. Please like the video, share the video if you are inclined. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. A big welcome to our new subscribers. I've had a few new subscribers. I'm not sure from what videos. However, I'm happy to see you, Thug Life, and welcome in. I also hope you guys consider hyping the video and all of those good things. I am working on, now I am actively working on channel membership. I'm going to use the membership to really do a special type of live. I was talking to Kiwan, shout out to Kiwan JTV. I was talking to her about doing some after dark content or something in membership. I am not going to charge for it. And then I'll also probably have some B3ST merch. I've always had that. I've just never shared it on this channel. More so Mr. Best. But either way, we are here. Let's get into... Yes. Welcome to the new subs. Let's get into 90 Day Fiancé. I'm going to let you guys know I'm going out of order for The Last Resort just because as we get more into the season, I'm not as invested as I was when this season first started. So we're going to start with the foolery that I don't care to discuss, and that is Shekinah and Sarper playing dress up. If this lady refuses to film with the cast, and if she can't even... if her husband can't get through to her because he's looking at her like she's crazy as heck, then why is she allowed to still film? I would have preferred if TLC sent her home. Maybe it was something with the flights, but I just feel like if you're not going to participate, why are you filming? Especially when you're not really good with your husband like that, for real, if we're being honest. But Shekinah and Sarper have a scene. She talks about the 5 wigs that she brought with her to London to do the show. I know in real time she shaved her head, talk about she has alopecia. Fun fact, I've had alopecia. I was diagnosed with it when I was in my freshman year of high school. I was 14 years old. 13 or 14, because I did skip a grade, y'all. But I was very young. I was diagnosed with alopecia. Still have it, still struggle with it to this day. I especially struggle in the edge area. But I have it and I'm not wearing a wig. There are supplements you can take. There are things you can do. Shekinah, please don't use it as a way to get attention. It's giving Jasmine, who used to be with Gino. If you know, you know. But she's talking to Sarper, and she tells the camera that Sarper shuts her down whenever she tries to talk about her relationship, her feelings in it, her opinions on things. She's making it seem like this man just does not let her talk. I don't understand it. And he mentions wanting Shekinah to change, and Shekinah's like, don't you think I changed for you? I'm a different woman each day with these wigs and the makeup. And that's the thing that I think, honestly, a lot of women, even those who are not as bad as Shekinah, need to realize. You can change your appearance all you want, but at the end of the day, the person that you marry who actually loves you, the people who actually consider you friends and love you, your family, they really just want you to be changed mentally, for the better. He doesn't care about you changing your nails or your makeup. He doesn't care about that. Anybody could do that. That doesn't show that you are going to understand where he's coming from. And Shekinah doesn't really listen to this. Instead, she tells him that he gets angry at her lack of happiness. And I'm just like, I don't think he's getting mad at your struggle. I think Sarper's frustrated because you get mad at stuff that doesn't make sense. And you're very rude towards others. I think that's what the problem is. But she loves to make it something different. And I'm just laughing at Sarper because Sarper is like, listen, her mental state is questionable, with her going from being upset, not wanting to participate in therapy, feeling like a victim, to suddenly bouncing around, okay, playing like, oh, I have a girlfriend and a boyfriend and curling his wig. Shekinah, wherever you came from, please go back and stay there. I don't want to get at her because maybe she's not this bad off camera, but the way she comes off on the show, I'm put off and I'm not interested in seeing her no more on TV. That's just my opinion. Maybe some people still like Shekinah, let me know. But I'm kind of over her. I'm not against her, but even if she did have an argument, the way that she's delivering her points are like, it makes it extremely hard to take her seriously, if that makes sense. It just does. AB said it's funny to use him to style her wigs. Listen, TLC said you go give us some type of a moment, but it was funny, and he did look good in the wig. I'm not gonna lie, he did look good in the wig. I can't get mad at the wig, AB. I hear they set it off at the reunion. Have they finally filmed it? I am looking forward to this tell-all more than I'm looking forward to the 90-Day Fiancé tell-all, because there have been divorce filings, breakups. I'm interested in all of it. I can't wait. You need to get the drops from 7th Avenue. The thing of it is, whose company is that? That sounds familiar. Is that I believe that's Melody. I don't know what she goes by now because her last name's not Holt. Is it Rogers? I'm not a big Love and Marriage Huntsville fan. Kiwan is here. Hey, girl. She will tell you. But because I'm diagnosed with alopecia, a lot of those over-the-counter drops don't actually work. But the reason I have hair is because I do listen to my doctor take supplements that are back there. There's been some things to help. Specifically, I don't know why this is even back there on camera. The Black Girl vitamins. They help a great deal. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. I don't even know why that's over here. It's supposed to be in the medicine cabinet, but I've been documenting right here for some time, doing homework, so that's that. But while we're on the subject, y'all, please tap in to Kiwan J TV. She's one of our fellow creators. We mess with her tough the long way. I'm going to be recapping Beauty in Black with her. I'm going to be getting all of that set up. You can watch our reviews of Beauty in Black on my channel. It will also be streaming to Kiwan J TV's channel. She's covering soul food. She's got a lot of good stuff she's covering, and she announced she'll be covering Love and Marriage Huntsville. So tap in and support a real one, okay? Tap in and support a real one. AV says, I'll say it again, no matter how good she looked, somebody somewhere is sick of her. I know that's right. We all tired of her. We are all tired of Shekinah. She gets on my nerves. AV said, I guess so. I just saw that today about the tell-all. I've been looking for information on the tell-all. I am looking forward to it, and I'm not surprised because a lot went down off camera. I'm curious if Shekinah's going to show up. Melody Cherie Rogers. Okay. Hers are made from a chemist. Really? I will definitely look into it. You know whose drops did help a little bit? Big Booty Judy, the kaleidoscope. Those work really well. And that Baskin lather, my hair braider uses it. That's part of why I got all this doggone new growth. That stuff does work as well. And there's a brand of Batana oil I have as well. You can have hair with alopecia. You just have to do a lot to keep it from falling out. But you can, depending on how severe or less severe, you can have hair. Y'all, Shekinah and them got on my nerves, though. That's really all I have for them. We're going to get into who is next. Let's see who gave us something in this episode. We're going to get into Rebecca and Ziad. These two are just not in a good place, if we're being entirely honest. I believe in real time they're not together. I'm not mad at that. Hey, Ziad, get you somebody your age. Get you somebody who look like they picture. For those who don't know, I met my man on the internet too. We did not know each other. I looked like my picture and he looked like his picture. And we still look like our pictures, and that's why it works. Okay, Rebecca catfished this man. Go watch her season of 90 Day. And it's unfortunate because when you enter a relationship like that, it doesn't give you much of an argument. But they do go to therapy separate from the group. They did not participate in the BDSM adult therapy. However, it was interesting to learn that they haven't talked since their fight, and they got into a fight over the homework the therapist gave. And this is how problematic Rebecca can be. I actually like Rebecca. I just don't like her with Ziad, if that makes sense, y'all. Like, I don't have a problem with Rebecca. I think it was crazy as hell for her to catfish that man. in her season of 90 Day. However, I also really feel like a person only catfishes if they're super insecure or extremely mentally unwell. I don't think Rebecca's mentally unwell, but I do think she's insecure about her age and just aging in general. She just gives that. And I also think her being a private investigator and Ziad being a little bit shady does like all work together against these two being together, if that makes sense. I don't want to just come down on her, but the doctor in the therapy asked her about the homework. Their homework was something simple. All you got to do is say some positive things about each other in a list, right? And so, for whatever reason, Rebecca was unhappy with the positive things because she tells the doctor that things took a turn when she moved to discuss the campfire that they had. And she says that it hurts her feelings as Ziad makes comments about wanting a real wife. But Rebecca, you are a real wife. You're just not his ideal wife. And I feel like she holds words against him that are clearly a language barrier. Like, I don't think he's saying you're not a real wife. Obviously, you're his wife. But I feel like he's trying to say he wants a present wife, a wife that acknowledges his needs and does a good job at balancing her career in addition to her personal life. Like, I just don't feel like he's expressing that right. But also, even if it was expressed, y'all, I don't feel like Rebecca would receive the message. I've had these conversations in my own marriage with my husband. I have my mama's work ethic, okay, and my mama is constantly working. One thing about living in California it gave me is a hustle, baby. I'm gonna have a job, a side hustle, and another job. Multiple ways of making income. Why? Because you kind of have to survive. Otherwise, I'd be living at my mama's house out there in Concord, or I'd be at my granny's house that I grew up in Oakland on Birch Street. So I'm like, you have to have drive. I respect that. But there have been times where, like, my husband was like, damn, I'm alone a lot because you're working. There was a time Mrs. Best was working like 16, 17 hours. Had to find balance, right? You have to find balance. So I feel like Rebecca is against finding the balance and fighting the terms that he's giving to her. But Ziad explains that he feels controlled by Rebecca. He says that he feels like because he's younger, she's insecure, and then he's in her country because of her, and he feels like because of that, he feels like she controls him. And I don't know if anybody noticed. Did y'all notice something in her ear? I was trying to figure out. Now, I work in healthcare. I was like, this is not a hearing aid. This doesn't look like a medication patch. I've never seen anything like that in her ear. It almost looked like a wasp nest. But I'm curious what that is, and I'm hoping she's okay. I was genuinely concerned. AB says, Ziad, congrats. Now get a younger woman who can give you babies. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Kiwan. Kiwan is reminding everybody who is watching Replay Gang included. Please consider liking the video, leaving a comment, all of these good things. Subscribe. I'm very close to 1K. And honestly, my big thug, Kiwan, we call her the big thug, not the little one, because that's what the respected ones are referred to as. But she is close to 1,000 subscribers as well. Let's get her up there. Let's get Kiwan up there. We're both very close to 1,000, which is crazy. Kiwan, if we hit 1,000 subs around the same time, I'm throwing a party. I'm coming straight to you. I get my own Airbnb. I'm coming straight to you. Me and my California energy. And we gonna celebrate. AB says that I saw Ziad. Yeah, he got his HVAC certification, which is a great certification to have. Shout out to all the people working in trades who have their certs, whether you're an electrician, HVAC, or a CNA. Shout out to y'all. Backbone of this country, as quiet as it's kept. Yet there was something like in her ear. I'm not quite sure what it was or why it was there, but it worried me and it looked ill. Lord, DM Rocks. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know your thoughts on the episode. Kiwan, you so sweet. Now I'm about to go send it right back to her channel. It's the thing. I got paid this week. Thank you for leaving a super chat, Kiwan. I do appreciate you. I will be stopping by her channel to leave one. Anybody interested in supporting Kiwan, please go leave her a super chat because you could do that now. Our girl is monetized, okay? As she keeps saying, she don't got to show no more leg on the street, okay? We've come up. She's out of the pink. Oh, thank you, Kiwan. Oh, Dia Rock says off topic. There's a rumor that Golden Brooks is joining the Housewives of Beverly Hills this season. Golden Brooks is from my hometown here in Oakland, California. She is a Bay Area native, I believe, and we love her dearly. A lot of people in the Bay have moved down to LA. Now, the only part I'd be concerned of is if she could keep up with the wealth of Beverly Hills. But correct me if I'm a little off, y'all. I'm kind of concerned for having any more Black women or people of color on Beverly Hills. I'm genuinely concerned for it. It just has not gone well. From 8.5 to Garcelle and her treatment to now Bozo the Clown with her 575-pound wig, as James would say. I'm nervous about that, if that's the case. But I hope that she gives us the Maya Wills. Oh, hell no. I'm hoping we get that. I'm a huge Girlfriends fan. I watch reruns often. Something's wrong with me, y'all. Let me know if anybody's watching the A Different World rerun when that comes out. I'm kind of excited for it. Yes, Big Doug. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Lord. Kiwa said, Dia rocks. Hey, and we definitely going to celebrate out 1K. That's a big accomplishment. I don't know how long Kiwan's been on YouTube, but I've been on for, I think 2022 or 2023. I know for sure 2022. So it's been a couple of years, but hey, I'm going to review A Different World. I will be watching. I considered reviewing it, but Kiwan, you know I'd be timid around scripted reviews. But if you want anybody to join you on your review, I will happily come up there and I will watch my mouth and behave. Because honestly, the good thing about monetization is I have learned to watch my mouth a little more on YouTube. So I do appreciate that. Lord. Now, Zion and Rebecca basically are unable to make peace, y'all, because she mentions that she learned 3 years ago that she can have a child and her body is still producing eggs. She's an older woman, so of course that slows down. And she learned that surrogacy was an option for her to have children. I thought she had kids of her own already that were grown, but I guess she doesn't. And she basically expressed disappointment in Ziyad's religion of Islam because surrogacy is against his religion, which is true. They do believe in Islam that, like, if God wants you to have a baby, you'll have one. If not, you commit as a wife. I did grow up in Islam. I've only been a Christian really since my sophomore year in high school. But she made that a big deal. And then she talked about having a fear that if in a couple of years he's like, I really want a baby, and she's like, I don't want to talk about it, I can't do this no more, that he's going to be upset. And I'm kind of looking like, it just seems like Rebecca is finding reasons that she's not going to comply. I think that she cares about Ziyad, but I think that she more so expected him to kind of fall in line and comply because she pays for everything. And because she likes to throw in his face, I don't know if y'all have noticed, she'll make comments like, well, we have a beautiful life on the beach in Florida. Okay, it's because of this work. And it's like, he didn't ask to live there. That's your choice. He moved to you. So I don't know. I feel like Rebecca doesn't want to conform, which is common. Some women don't want to conform, especially the older we get as women. If I were to like end up single, I probably would never get married again. Like, marriage for me is a one-time thing, regardless of if it works or doesn't work. Like, I'm one of those people. That's why I respect my friends who are like, they're good being single and are not interested in being married. Like, I don't see the problem with that at all, because that would be me if it didn't work with this man. He had to be my person, because I really was okay being alone. That's my problem. I was okay being alone. My friends had to make my dating profile to meet this man. But yeah, Rebecca, I think she's okay alone, but maybe find you a little, friend that you get busy with from time to time, Rebecca. Let that young man be free. Curious to see about their breakup, though, at the tell-all. She said, don't be a yes, we could collaborate on that as well. Girl, I was the biggest. When I say I love me some Dwayne Wayne and Whitley Gilbert, and I see that Cree Summer is coming back as Freddie, which is exciting. I see a couple of the day ones coming back. I'm very excited. I love that Netflix is taking that on. I see that Peacock's redoing a show as well. It's slipping my mind right now, y'all. But Peacock's doing a show also. Let's see, who we gonna discuss next? So not much else happened in this episode. It was very awkward because we are in sex therapy. They're in a sex dungeon. Um, Sticks and stones may break people's bones, but chains and whips apparently excite this group. Shout out to Rihanna for the quote. Um, I'm I enjoy intercourse myself. I'm not against being tied up and spanked either. However, I don't want to do that in like a group setting. There's a sex club in the Bay Area called the Power Exchange. Google it or YouTube it, y'all. It is vile. It is nasty. It's in the center of the Tenderloin, surrounded by crackheads, but you see all types of people walk in there. That's what this place reminded me of. They were literally in a sex dungeon. Uh, I don't even know how to recap this appropriately. Have my back, AB. I am doing the best I can. Now, sex therapy is vital because sex is important in a relationship. Sometimes for couples that have like lost the physical connection, it can help to bring things back. Other things, if sex is just good, you release some oxytocin, get some serotonin going. Like, sex is not a bad thing, but it's gonna be weird. So we're gonna start with Submit and Jenny. Dr. Tara had Jenny put Submit in a leash with a collar, and she made him get down on all fours, and she made him bark like a dog, but he did not bark. He said, uh-huh. Jenny and Submit, in my personal opinion, is the one couple that does not need any help in the bedroom. I have full faith in Jenny and Submit. They live with their parents. They know to get it in whenever they are able, and they have talked about being excited to be away from their parents so they can have more sex. I don't know why they're on this show, if I'm being honest. Submit's always lied about things like this, but I do feel like they truly care about each other. But he ended up in a cage, and I was hollering because he was locked in that cage, commenting on the other couples. I'm like, what is going on? This is so awkward. And I said to myself, what is the purpose of this, Dr. Tara? Like, I can't help, y'all know I'm an analytical person, so I can't help but think, you're still supposed to be on here as a doctor of something, so you're considered an expert. You had Submit bark like a dog, but you should have discussed the problems that the couples have in the bedroom and then found a role play exercise for them to do that would align with their problem or help them to overcome it. But it just seemed like Dr. Tara wanted to get everybody dressed up in lingerie and BDSM and lock people in cages, which is fine if that's what you're into, but realistically, there's a lot more she could have done with sex therapy. I felt like this was for the show and it came off as that. You could have done a lot. You could have had them just hug and do some tantric exercises. You could have used like things like feathers or other objects to like arouse people. There's a lot you could have done, especially for people like Russ who's scared to munch on the coochie. Okay, you can't just throw them into that. Lord. AP said it has to be awkward. Yes, the group with sex. Girl. She just made the couples do things that they might not ever do. That's how I viewed it. Like, yes, of course, sometimes in the bedroom, like if I'm on vacation with Mr. Best and he pulls out a chain or a whip or like a handcuff, I would be down for it because we on vacation. But don't be pulling that shit out on a regular Tuesday or something. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like it was cool, but it was weird. I thought it was dumb, and Nakara and Guillermo wasn't much of a BDSM thing. It wasn't. It wasn't. And I get the feeling Cara and Guillermo have great sex because they're super toxic, and the most toxic of couples have the best sex. Don't know why, but that is how it be. Now, Patrick and Thais, Patrick was laid on a table, and she ball gagged him and slapped him. Shit, like the lady was like, slap him and tell him not to talk. And she's like, wait, what? Huh? Oh, okay. So she slaps him, and then he gets in a small cage under what he was laid on. And the doctor tells her to tell him to worship her vulva. Now, what I'm assuming, because his head was the only thing out the cage, is she's supposed to like squat down and let him munch on her coochie and worship her vulva, but Why do I need a cage to get my coochie ate? I'm sorry to anybody who watching around kids, y'all. This video is not made for children. It should be for those 18 years and up. And I encourage y'all to see the disclaimer. But why do I need a cage to get my cat ate? Maybe it's just me. I don't understand. Just go stand over his face. He'll do it. But let me stop. Cause see, I'm gonna get in trouble. AB said, not on a Tuesday. Let me tell Mr. Best so he knows. Do not encourage that man to put me in no cage. Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord. That was stupid to me. This doctor needs better training. I don't know what she was doing. She also looked very uncomfortable when things got a little heated especially between Russ and Paola. But I was like, this is weird. This is weird. I'm not seeing the point. Now, Cara and Guillermo had no problem. It went beautifully. He said he can't deny she looked good, but you've been acting like you scared to touch her, Guillermo. Now he's talking about he can't hold off from sleeping with her no more. Sir, you came on this show trying to make this woman look like some type of OnlyFans whore just for you to end up turned on and wanting to hit it. And that's okay because that's your baby mama and your wife. So I'm not mad at that. We know in real life they're not together and they've never struggled in the bedroom, but listen, the Spanish speaking sounded beautiful, so I'll give them that. Now, Russ and Paola, I hope that if I get to this tell all and she hasn't filed for divorce, I'm going to be irritated. And they better not be still living in that doggone RV in the Las Vegas desert. Now, Russ is the dom because he's less dominant, which is a huge turnoff as a woman. And he puts her up on the cross. He was throwing her, yanking her. I said, look at that hidden aggression. Maybe you need to take out your frustrations in the bedroom, Russ. Maybe that's what it is. He restrains her. Paola says she enjoyed it and she was getting excited. So she's probably one of them women who wants to be choked while he's deep in it. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. And nothing's wrong with it, okay? Nothing is wrong with that at all. But the fact that Russ knows this and is only aggressive for the show is partially what I think their problem is. Now, Dr. Tara started shit because she gonna call out to Paola. She said, now you mentioned when you were tied up that, you made a joke about kissing another woman. Is that something you've done? I said, Dr. Tara, you ain't right. You ain't right. And Paola's like, yes, I've kissed a girl. And Russ is like, excuse me? Most dudes would probably be turned on asking if they could see a video or something, but Russ is offended. He feels like it's crossing a boundary because he says if he was to do that, it would be a problem. Yeah, it would. It would. But Russ, I feel like in your mind, you were thinking about it of if you also kissed a woman, not someone of the same sex. Men have a habit of over-sexualizing women and thinking a kiss means more, that they want to sleep with each other. I've kissed friends. I have. Or friends have kissed me when they're drunk. Went nowhere. Sometimes it happens and it goes somewhere. Other times it doesn't. I don't get the vibe that Pal wants them, because if she did, she wouldn't have done much. And then to find out that it was at his birthday party and he passed out drunk, it's kind of like, come on, we really think she just cheated on you at your party with your friends and stuff. But Russ was upset. And this happened 7 years ago, but he's acting as if it happened 7 minutes ago. He's just extremely insecure. Like, you could tell he's always looking for a reason to not trust her and to not be secure in his relationship. And it's draining. It's draining. It's ladylike. It's tired. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. But, he's a big baby. I kind of view Russ as like the complainer of the group. He's a big baby. I agree with this. Go get a job. In all caps, in the words of AB. Okay? Because you keep crying about shit that you want from your wife, but you're not doing your job as a husband. It's not about making more money than her. It's about making some type of a fucking paycheck. And Russ is not doing anything. He's not doing anything. And he has an incredible degree that would afford to make him a lot of money in every state. Yet he does nothing. So I'm kind of over Russ. But the doctor gives the homework for all the couples to go have sex at the castle. I said, oh, they're just supposed to have sex. You've given them no tools how to overcome like their discomfort, things that stop sex, make it bad for them. You just want them to get busy. It's tired. It's tired. This was the weirdest episode. That is literally all that happened in this review. Let's get through the comments. AB says, notice the doctor saw he was getting hard quick. I think she enjoyed it better than the couples. Okay. Take us out the group chat on this one. Thank you. We don't care, Russ. It's like, Russ, you're crying about shit. You're giving her the same gift for Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, her birthday, Christmas, Hanukkah, Ramadan. You giving her the same gift no matter the occasion. So it's like you put in minimal effort and expect the most. And I'm starting to think that how Russ is with Paola in their relationship, which is lazy and insecure, may also translate to how he is with his job and in his life. He gives lazy and insecure just overall. But I don't know. I want them to work out, even though I don't think that they will. I don't know why I want that, but I just do. Because I feel like if they don't work out, Russ will crash out and burn. Okay, and we don't want that to happen. But let me know how y'all felt about this episode of 90 Day The Last Resort. This was a lot. I know it was very sexual in nature, so I'm sorry in advance. I just reported what we see in the episode. Let me know if you're looking forward to the tell-all. I will be covering 90 Day Hunt for Love, as well as 90 Day The Other Way, as well as 90 Day The Single Life whenever they come back, and before the 90 days. Tap in on Saturday, because I'm going to be doing a live collaborating with Kiwan JTV. You can watch it on my channel and her channel. AB, you gave this episode a 5. You gave this episode a 5. My God. That's generous. That's being generous, honestly. I think that's generous. Hello to those who are watching on Twitch. What's poppin'? Diggs, by the way, what's up? What's up to you? Hello, nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. AB says we are ready for the tell-all. We are. I'm so ready. 13 weeks of this is crazy. We are ready for the tell-all. We are definitely ready. But I have a lot of content coming, you guys. September is around the corner. The beginning of September, myself and my husband will be going out of town. We're going to Bali, Indonesia. I will have Wi-Fi. But I'm going to have a lot of pre-records during that time because I'll be across the world and on a different time zone. However, I will be adding new shows that will premiere during the time that I am gone, including Housewives of New York, Snowfall's The Drop, and various other seasons. So tap into that. Yeah, shout out to those watching on Twitch. I love to see it. I am always streaming to YouTube and Twitch. I used to stream to Facebook as well live, but I have to figure that out. I have to like relink my Facebook or something. But I love all of y'all. I hope y'all have the best day and or evening. And I'll see y'all next time. Leave a comment. I still respond when we're not live. Peace and au revoir.